I can hold my gun like this. It's the law. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108 says I can hold my long arm in my hand. Just can't have my finger on the trigger, which is not. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up our teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up teenagers.
Y'all, wasn't me.
It was y'all. You're a police officer. You part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. You don't like to be labeled in with slave catchers. You shouldn't have taken their oath, sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing this. You are a sellout. You ain't protecting. You got to do whatever they tell you to, including hurt your people. Because you're walking up to me and I don't like you and I don't trust you and I don't got no conversation with you. So unless you're investigating the crime, leave me the alone. I don't care. I got a gun license right here. This is legal. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108. Move your car out of people's way and get the out of my face. Thank you, officer.
Have a good day.
You have a bad one. Sell out. Out of here. You smiling for a sellout? You know where you came from? Slave catchers hired you to help catch their property, which was us. Slave catcher controls the origin of that cash. Get out of here. Go where you're needed. We don't need your help. Get out the street. Like your supervisor said, get out the street. Get out the street. Go with him. Go with him. Get out the street. You blocking traffic. Get out the street. Get out the street.
In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Black Panthers were present, which led to the cops showing up. The men knew their rights, and we saw a walk-off from the police.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no places where there are a lot of immigrants at. I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't going to act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people will do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the people.
No power to the pig.
Not only that, they were seen at the anti-ICE protests. Now, there will be many libs upset at this.
I was raised to believe that the KKK and the Black Panther Party were equal and opposite entities. And it wasn't until I watched Forrest Gump that I had exposure to what the Black Panther Party might actually be. This is obviously a result of me being a white kid raised in Texas. I literally thought that like Huey Newton was like akin to like the Grand Wizard of the Triple K. Like the benevolent government, took out this threat that was, causing black supremacy. I mean, I'm a young kid. I don't understand that black supremacy doesn't exist, and I'm white and I'm being told to be scared of these people. This is a condition that you're conditioned to in conservative America. It's the early 2000s. They're this malevolent evil akin to the biggest terror cells in the world. Meanwhile, they're feeding thousands of children in every major American city. Meanwhile, they're this engine of a black renaissance in America being combated by the CIA. Then I watched Forrest Gump and I'm a kid and I'm like, if this is an accurate depiction, I mean, at worst, they're like a little rough around the edges. This seems okay to me. Like, I don't know. Mind you, that movie doesn't even do like an incredible job at like illustrating the Black Panther Party either. But it was enough to make me think about it and start to learn about it. And the rest is history. But it's crazy.
But one dude gives the tea on the propaganda we all took in and how so many liken the Panthers to extremist movements.
Yeah. And just open-ended, any comments you want to give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation.
Legally arm yourselves and unify or else you will die. And I mean that in the literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee, everybody say her name, Renee.
Renee.
Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE, right? This is a real thing, and they're not gonna stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're gonna get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because the revolution is in the barrel of a gun, whether you believe it or not. You want to be comfortable and you want to be nice. You don't want no confrontation. Look, Huey P. Newton said it the best. Anybody without a gun is either a slave or they're about to be one. You know? So, and people worried about people being scared of him. Huey P. Newton also said this when somebody asked him, don't you think the Black Panther Party is scary? Don't you think it's scaring people? He said, my people have been the ones afraid. Hey, sister, we got free groceries over here. Free hot soup and free clothes. He said, my people be the one afraid for hundreds of years. So if you're saying people scared of us, now that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people? Or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Unify, arm yourself, and keep this mentality all the time. All power to the people.
All power to the people. Where can people find you? Like on social media?
I'm Chairman Paul Birdsong on Instagram. You can find the Black Panther Party for self-defense on TikTok and Instagram. Black Panther Party is split up by chapters, so whatever state you are in, if there's a chapter there, type in BPP and the name of your state and it should pop up.
They were interviewed by the People's Press with Chairman Paul Birdsong leading the way.
I see a lot of people asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, the one that Huey Newton started with Bobby Seale, is an internationalist organization that stands as allies with oppressed people no matter what their ethnic background is, no matter what their cultural background is. All power to the people. We're not racist. The very ideology of racism in and of itself is not intellectual, being that there's only one race on the planet, and that's the human race. My goal is to protect my people from ICE, to protect my people from police brutality, to protect my people from crooked politicians, imperialism, to protect my people from imperialism, fascism, to protect my people from racism, to protect my people from capitalism. That's what my goal is, to protect my people from tyranny. I'm out here feeding people. I feed hundreds of people a week, if not thousands. You know, the Black Panther Party feeds people in multiple states across the country.
He would also clear up some questions many have asked, including...
A lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again, the Black Panthers stood with the Mexicans, stood with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, stood with the Japanese, the Vietnamese. The Black Panthers did a whole campaign to end the Vietnam War because they stood with Vietnam. So for you guys who are talking all of this gibberish about, oh, you guys aren't following traditions of the original, who do you think our leaders are? If you watch Huey Newton's speech, he specifically says, we are not black nationalists. We are internationalists. And we stand with all oppressed people across the globe, no matter what your ethnicity is.
One thing so many do not know, nor care to comprehend, is this.
You ever notice when they talk about the Black Panthers, they show you guns and berets, but they never show you what they actually wanted. Let's talk about the 10-point program. They wrote it in 1966 for the Black community with no apologies because they knew that no one else was coming to save them. But they didn't just call out racism in the abstract. They named the system, pointed the finger at capitalism, policing, war, and the way that the state kept Black communities in check.
And here is that plan. We want freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our Black and oppressed communities. We want full employment for our people, where it says, we believe that the federal government is responsible and obligated to give every person employment or a guaranteed income. We believe that if the American businessman will not give full employment, then the technology and means of production should be taken from the businessman and placed in the community so that the people of the community can organize and employ all of its people and give a high standard of living. We want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our Black and oppressed communities. It would also read, we believe that this racist government has robbed us, and now we are demanding the overdue debt of 40 acres and 2 mules. 40 acres and 2 mules were promised 100 years ago as restitution for slave labor and mass murder of black people. We will accept the payment in currency, which will be distributed to our many communities. The American racist has taken part in the slaughter of our 50 million black people. Therefore, we feel this is a modest demand that we make. We want decent housing, fit for the shelter of human beings. Not a lot to ask there. We want decent education for our people that exposes the true nature of this decadent American society. Want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present day society. Again, not asking much, considering how the history books are put in schools to deceive many of us from so many atrocities this country took part in. We want complete free healthcare for all black and oppressed people. Again, free healthcare, not asking a lot, considering what we make as a nation and our value. We want an immediate end to police brutality and murder of black people, other people of color, all oppressed people inside the U.S. Calling for accountability for police brutality, is this really that extreme? We want an immediate end to all wars of aggression. The Black Panther Party spoke out and did not want U.S. intervention in Vietnam, for example. We want freedom for all black people and oppressed people, now held in U.S. federal, state, county, city, and military prisons and jails. We want trials by a jury of peers for all persons charged with so-called crimes under the laws of this country. And lastly, we want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, peace, and people's community control of modern tech.
So next time you hear somebody say the Panthers were just violent or extreme, show them this. Show them the 10 points. Because the scariest thing about them wasn't the guns. It was the clarity. They knew exactly what they wanted, and they refused to settle for anything less.
From the videos we just saw, a bit more background here. The group, which identifies as part of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, is an entity of the 60s militant Black Power group founded by Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton. Black Enterprise Prince Paul Birdsong, who we discussed previously, labeled himself as the group's national chairman, and attending members feel ICE should be abolished and the current admin should be held accountable. The Inquirer adds, this quote from Birdsong, "You got people that are part of a cabal, that are self-serving, and they prey on the common folks of the U.S. He states that ICE needs to be abolished." For all those wondering if Chairman Birdsong is indeed allowed to open carry on the streets of Philadelphia. From the outlet, the law says you can carry a gun in Philly, but only if you have a license to carry. According to Dylan Harris, an attorney who focuses on gun rights, Harris would then say that open carry or carrying a firearm in a way that it can be plainly seen by others is generally lawful in the state, except for in prohibited locations such as federal buildings. Importantly, they add, but Philly is an exception to this rule. A state law prohibits carrying firearms in a first-class city without license to carry firearms. The statute applies to Philly. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.